Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to come out with my list of my top 10 most underrated champs. Um, I do play a lot of the same champs over and over again, but I do enjoy these particular champs when they come up in arena or if there's like any specific use for them. So without further ado, we're going to start off at the top. And number 10, that is going to be Mordo. Uh, with Mordo, he's mainly a defensive champ, but he actually has some pretty interesting things to him. You can go ahead and stack up to 10 Furies so he can really start ramping up the damage. He also has that really annoying Astral Evade, so when you get hit or when you actually get parried, it's an opportunity for you not to take massive amounts of damage. He has regen, um, the soul barb, which is also pretty cool depending upon the matchups. But yeah, I mean he's fun when he comes around to arena. He's not my favorite champ in the world, but I definitely think he's underrated. So that's Mordo at number 10. So moving to number 9, that's actually going to be Hawkeye. Hawkeye is the power drain master. All it is just special ones all day, and I mean he's pretty good. If they can bleed, that's an extra added bonus, but he's awesome for just things where you need really quick power draining and you don't have access to, like, not everyone has an OG vision at either 4 or 5-star level, but Hawkeye, he's even available as a 6-star. I don't have him, but that would be an awesome pull, I would think. But yeah, so that's Hawkeye number 9. Next, moving on to, trying to find him on the list. Here we go. Yellowjacket. Yellowjacket is pretty underrated, and I think the reason being is because his damage output isn't great, but he has the ability to go ahead and really hurt with the power sting. And if you play it right, you can either stun the opponent or they can do a pretty serious amount of damage to themselves by using their specials. And most of the time, we're going to be baiting specials in this game, right? So super fun to use. Ends fights pretty quickly that way. And yeah, that's going to be number 8, Yellowjacket. So then moving on up to, where is she? There we go. Rogue. Rogue is very fun to play. She has life steal. She can also steal buffs. She also has a really strong power steal. When she's awakened, she has the ability to critical on the power steal and the life steal, which is awesome. She works really well with suicides, and she shrugs off debuffs 70% faster, which is really nice for like Iceman and other things, like the poison nodes or the bleed nodes. Really, really strong, and yeah, she doesn't get as much love as you would think. But yeah, so that is Rogue number 7. Now we are moving up to number 6, which is somewhere in this roster. Where is he? Here we go. Red Skull. Red Skull is actually pretty cool. He has an ability that almost no one else has. When he parries or they hit into his block, he's going to deal damage as long as he has an armor up. So at the cost of 1 armor up, he's going to go ahead and do some damage, and he's also going to power drain. He also has some shock on the special 2, and he's got a guaranteed stun on the special 1. So he can do some serious damage, and he can also mitigate specials, which is nice. But yeah, that is going to be number 6, Red Skull. And now we are moving to number 5. And it's actually really hard to find these guys. There's so many characters on my 4-star list. Alright, so this is going to be the Hood. The Hood is pretty cool simply because he can nullify buffs with his stagger. He can also go invisible. His special 1, once it expires, the shock will actually go ahead and throw a stun on them too. So he's really good for magic. I mean, not magic. For Medusa fights. He's also good for Hyperions as well. He just overall just a really underrated, pretty good utility champ. So that's number 5, Hood. Now up to number 4. Number 4 is going to be Massacre. Massacre is such a fun champion to play. Once you get his bat ignited, he's going to be throwing on so many incinerates. As long as you're playing him really aggressively, he can stack them up, and then you can just refresh with the special one. It's just really, really fun. A lot of people just think he's just a synergy for Domino. He is far more than that. If you're running Despair, you can actually beat Rumble Legends Wolverine, and you can pretty much just take anyone down. As long as you're playing aggressive enough, he'll be able to do it. But yeah, this is number 4, Massacre. Now for our top 3. Now this is where it might get a little controversial. Where is he? Alright, here we go. Crossbones. Number 3. Crossbones is the king of spiked armor. He doesn't crit, so you're never going to have to deal with that. And now that, Mystic Wars are over, him having all those Furies and them falling off really isn't going to be a big deal, because it's not going to be feeding, Mystic Dispersion like crazy. And he's the answer for Spider-Man. He's also the answer for just anything that you want to stop defensive ability accuracy. He can do that. And I mean, it's just so cool that he has that one unique ability where he's just never going to crit. He'll be the answer for Mr. Sinister as well. But yeah, I definitely think he's underrated. So Crossbones, number 3. Which brings us to the top 2. And where is he? All right, here we go. Number 2. Rocket Raccoon, the ultimate glass cannon. He is capable of just doing so much damage so fast. And part of the reason why he's up here is he's just an insane character for arena fights. You can just go in there and just plow through any fight with Rocket pretty easily. Granted, you're not getting hit. But yeah, the biggest drawback is he has relatively low health. It's probably like the lowest in the game, but his damage output's number 1. So that's going to be number 2, Rocket Raccoon. Which brings us to the number 1 spot, who I feel is the most underrated champ in the game. And he is actually all the way down here. That is Winter Soldier. So Winter Soldier was a joke for a really long time, and he then got a little bit of a buff at 12.0. Then they decided to go ahead and throw Killmonger in the game, and that completely changed everything. That additional 5% attack rating per hit on the combo up to 100 makes him essentially Star-Lord Jr. And he's got a lot more reliable power drain. He has Incinerate, he has Bleed. He just has a really vast amount of things that he can do that I think people really sleep on. But yeah, guys, this is going to be number 1, Winter Soldier, and that's going to be the completion of my list. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you agree, if you disagree, if you want to see more videos like this. I really had fun kind of like piecing it all together. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Catch you on the next one. Everybody take care and peace.